the chat so I can see the chat.
Hello, heroes, and welcome to our Cosmic Century Nights streams. We are currently promoting my new role-playing game, Cosmic Century Nights, a game that is inspired by vintage anime and manga and JRPGs. I am here with a wonderful cast full of creative people who are going to make characters today, and of course add to the world that we have been building up over these past couple streams. You can look at our videos on demand to check out past streams and see how things evolved to this point. We're today going to be doing some character creation, followed by antagonist creation, and this is all going to be leading up to actual sessions of the game. Before I talk any more about all this stuff, I want to introduce the people that I'm streaming with today. First up is my good buddy, Ned Donovan.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ned Donovan. He, him are my pronouns. I am an actor, singer, whatever. You can find me at Ned Donovan almost everywhere. And if you can't find me there, it's at Ned Donovan 13 because Ned Donovan, the journalist, got there first. The jerk. And you might know me from the Dungeons & Dragons television show Encounter Party. Otherwise, you probably don't know me at all.
I mean, you're a friendly guy.
I'm around.
There's a chance that they've seen you in a minor league baseball game crowd.
Yeah, you might have seen me on some random theater stages, or if you've ever submitted to the New Jersey Web Festival, I run that festival.
Well, that's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal. Ned, thank you so much for joining us. I haven't been doing icebreaker questions, but do you have a favorite sword, Ned? Like type of sword or individual named sword?
So I spent a significant chunk of my career in the entertainment industry as a professional fight director, stunt coordinator, stuntman. And for a long time, I made my living choreographing sword fights, mostly for like Shakespeare shows and things like that. And I have specifically a cavalry saber that I customized to be stage friendly and inserted a bunch of stuff into the tang so it makes better sound when it hits other swords. It doesn't have a name. It's actually, I think, in this basement somewhere. I think I stored it down here. But my cavalry saber that I've used for basically every stage show I've ever done. If ever you've watched my web series, The Hunted Encore, an action comedy rock musical mockumentary about New York City vampire slayers, it's the sword I use in that show.
Oh, that's awesome. It's so funny. Drew Merzieski, co-creator of Cosmic Century Nights, is also, like, his big expertise was swords because he is also a big fight choreography guy.
Oh, great.
Who does a lot of choreography for Shakespeare shows. Very funny.
I don't do it much anymore because I didn't find it as fun as my friends who also did it, so now I just prefer the job.
Hey, that's a friend that an actor loves to have. We are going to move down a little bit lower to Knife Lore. Knife, welcome to the stream.
Thank you, James. Happy to be here.
For people who obviously are going to love every idea that you have in this stream and immediately go and click on all of your content, what are you doing? Where can they find you?
So hi, I'm Knife Lore, pronoun she, her. I mostly make TikToks, on TikTok while it lasts. I will be on there until the wheels fall off, about TTRPG content, Baldur's Gate 3, and the Locked Tomb series. I'm at knife_lore on YouTube and Blue Sky as well. And yeah, I just like making content about lesbians with swords, mostly, but anything else that I enjoy.
Well,
the
I'm
Lord's
pretty
work.
sure we're going to be able to swing that today. Knife, do you have a favorite sword?
Yeah, well, the Locked Tomb series has a very wide array of swords. So I would have to say my favorite is definitely probably Gideon Nav's Haunted Two-Hander, but special shout out to the short swords of Camilla Hecht. I really enjoy dual wielding swords because the only thing better than one sword is two slightly smaller swords.
Yeah. I mean, and hey, we don't even need to commit to them being slightly smaller. You can just have two very big swords.
Two unnecessarily large swords.
Giant swords.
Is Gideon's two-hander technically still haunted? Like,
I don't want to spoil the books for anybody who hasn't read them, even though
that's true.
I think technically no, not at this point in the canon.
I guess
I don't think
just
it's
by
haunted.
like memories and emotions, probably. Great. We're going to move on to my Kickstarter podmate. We were talking about how we don't have a term for in-laws, for your like fiance, your soon to be in-laws. We don't have a term for we're both kickstarting our same game on the same Kickstarter, and it's Meghan Cross.
Hello. Oh, as I get really close to the camera.
Gotta get that zoom in.
You gotta get, just to make sure everyone, it's me. I'm here. Hello, I'm Meghan Cross. I use she, her pronouns. Probably know me around the internet as Megan Lynn for the win. And yeah, I am Kickstarter twins. Or I guess, are we triplets? Or is Tyler our dad?
Triplets. Tyler does feel like our dad.
Are we twins and Tyler's our dad, or are the three of us triplets?
Yeah. Tyler's definitely the dad, but I don't know if that means that Chuck is like a sibling of ours. Or God, I'm getting real far into the weeds here because for those that don't know, Cosmic Century Nights is going to be launching a Kickstarter on September 2nd, and we are not alone. When you go to that page, you are not only going to be able to back Cosmic Century Nights, but you will also be able to back Homecoming by Meghan Cross. And if you back both of them, you get Chuck by Tyler, our publisher, for free included with your order. So it's a steal. It's a really, really great deal. And I don't know how much agency I should give a product. Being American, obviously, my first instinct is to go, well, it should have full human rights and more rights than me. But I don't know if that's the right way to think about things. We will contemplate it. Megan, do you have a favorite sword?
I do have. Luckily I went third, so I had some time to like think about. Like, I love swords. Like, we have a wall of swords in our basement downstairs. Like, we collect swords, so there's a lot of swords that I love. But I think my favorite sword is probably the Abhorsen sword from Garth Nix's Old Kingdom series, which everyone should read if you've never read. And it's basically like a sword that was made to kill the undead. Specifically, and it's like all imbued with magic. A close second would be Inigo Montoya's sword from The Princess Bride, because it's I love a really gorgeous hand guard. I like a rapier. I like the quick moving with like the very ornate, fussy looking.
It is like an underexplored aesthetic in fantasy too. Like, you don't get to see as many of the rapiers or the basket hilt swords.
I usually play spellcasters in RPGs, but like when I am a sword, I always like do like a fencer aesthetic. Like, I want like a skinny fast sword.
Love it. Love to be here with all of you. We're going to be making some characters today. So I would like all of you to have on hand, or at least pulled up digitally, some polyhedral dice. I am going to ask you to make some rolls and write those rolls down for me. You're going to roll a d6, a d8, a d10, a d12, and 3 d20s, and write down those rolls.
6, a d8.
D6, D8, 12, and 20.
Okay. I'm getting
like. I was trying to hold those numbers in my mind while also looking at my box of dice, deciding which ones to roll.
6, 12, 3 d20.
6, D8, D10, D12.
Got it.
So everything
except the 4.
Got it.
D20
plus
3 times.
3 times. Okay.
I did sort of commit the sin of we want to have a space without cis men, so I list off all of the possible identities that could be there, instead of just saying no cis men, no D4s. D4 is the cis man of dice. Don't make me explain it. I can't.
My brain immediately went to something, don't want to step on them, something.
My D20 rolls are not exciting.
Are
If
we adding the d20s or
you're
are
not
we...
you're not adding them. You're writing down the individual results that you get.
Got it.
If you get any duplicate results, you can re-roll the higher die
On the 20 or across all of them?
across all dice. So if you get a 5 on your d20 and a 5 on your d6, then you can re-roll the d20.
Because I've been rolling absolutely. Okay.
All right, I have unique numbers.
Excellent.
I wish a couple of these were higher.
Same.
But
Sorry,
I've got them.
Higher just means there are going to be weirder results. It's not. There's no mechanical impact on what you're doing here. It's all story based, and it's all on commonality and weirdness. All right. So now I am going to go down everybody's lists, and if you have a one of the results that I read off, just raise your hand. I'm noting it to streamline this process a little bit. Do we have any ones? All right, a one.
Let's go.
Do we have any
Yay.
twos? All right, 2 twos.
3 twos, it looks like.
Oh, 3
Oh.
twos. Okay, threes. 2 threes. Fours. 2 fours.
Oh,
Five.
wow, we all did not very great.
Yeah.
I have a 5.
Yeah, wow.
I've never rolled so poorly in my life.
This is really bad.
This is very, very funny. Everybody has rolled really low on these streams so far. Sixes.
I have thus far raised my hand for every number.
Sevens.
Now I'm out.
No sevens. Eights. All right. 1 8. 9. 10. 11.
Oh my god.
12.
Hey.
Well, that means we're getting some high results, actually. 13.
Also me.
There we go. 14. 15. 16.
We do have a 15.
Yes, I got the 15.
Okay.
16. Nope. 17. 18. 19. All right, 2 19s. Love to see that. And any 20s?
Me!
Oh, there we go. Okay. So we got a couple
I had
high
nothing
numbers
between an
there.
8 and a 20.
That is truly so wild. What a spread. What a spread today. So what you've just done there, character creation in Cosmic Century Knights. We are not just making your knight who is going to be holding your sword, but we're making the sword itself as part of character creation. In this game, we have a generic fantasy world, and 300 years ago in that world's history, a gigantic sword came from outer space and stuck the planet through. And as it came down, this blade shot out 100 legendary swords, and they spread all over the world. Your characters are people who have found one of these swords. And finding one of these swords and having it accept you as a knight makes you a century knight. This is something that maybe doesn't come with political privileges, but you do have a very cool, powerful sword, and therefore people start to heap expectations upon you. So we started with a fairly generic fantasy world, but pretty quickly into our character creation sessions, things started to get weird. One of the first things that was established about this setting is that people in this world are aware that there are forces like in the stars in space, and they believe that they're being watched by those forces. So on any cities on the surface of the planet, they kind of build covers for the cities to hide from the prying eyes of the cosmos. There are also much larger cities and civilizations underground and underwater. the next thing that was established about this world. Oh yeah, the most advanced and peaceful societies are the ones that live within like hollow earth type sections of the world that like basically have their own sort of ecosystem so that beings can survive fully underground. There are a couple other things that people came up with, and we'll address those as we get to them. But I am going to roll a d20, and I'm going to ask everybody a world building question, and we're all going to kind of answer it together to provide us another storytelling anchor for this world. I got a 3 on this one, and the question is, who rose to power thanks to the Century Blades, and who or what was deposed? So, 300 years ago, we have a fantasy world. Blades come from outer space. People pick them up, and they thrust something into power and knock something out of power. What was it?
Well, the first question is what changes worldwide by the arrival of legendary blades, right? The blades are the catalyst for the decision. I feel like they wouldn't fully understand the power of the blades as it happens, just that they are powerful. So maybe immediately they try to come up with a power scheme for the swords, whether or not it's correct, and move perceived powerful swords into positions of power, even if they aren't sure of the blade's powers yet. They tried maybe, color or like hilt design, something that says to them like, this sword must be the most powerful, whether or not that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I
Please.
say, so if this world fears being watched, my initial thought was, like if they're moving undercovers, they're moving underground, they're moving underwater, if they deposed whatever ruler was ruling over the land and somebody from underground or underwater took power, because they're like, well, we know what we're doing because obviously like we're already not being watched by anyone.
Okay.
So
Or
it's
like
the king underwater rose to power or something like that and deposed whoever was ruling.
Or
Oh.
thinking about
On
the
land.
physics of a sword, it is harder to swing a sword underwater,
Yeah.
right? So like maybe that puts underwater civilizations at a disadvantage in the sword rising.
Would it put you at disadvantage because if the thing that is an
it
object
makes
of
you
power is a
safe.
sword,
That's
and it's
true.
easy
It
to
makes
use
you
on
safe
land.
from that thing.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
maybe the overworld was like in charge, and then because of these underground societies, maybe they had more resources and were more open to the more magical
so-
aspects, and they were able to
and-
figure out how to use these swords
Yeah.
against the overland rulers.
So now there's like, yeah, like the king underwater keeps popping into my head, like some kind of like
So
sub-Terran, sub-nautical ruler type thing.
So there were like powerful overland rulers, and then the Century Blades come down, and the knights kind of rally around the civilizations that are underground or underwater, probably because it is mostly common people finding these swords, and who are they going to back in conflicts? It's the people that are cooler to them generally. So if we've got these more egalitarian societies underground and underwater, they sort of push them onto the world stage and into power. That's kind of fun. I like that a lot. We also, the thing that Ned said that I don't want to get entirely lost is they came out with an idea of a ranking system for the swords. I want us to keep this in the back of our heads, like as we're making our characters, but I do like the idea that like maybe there's some kind of official record or whatnot of the blades, and there are some that are rated higher than others, and those ratings might be arbitrary, but they
Yes,
might
that's
have
the clear
an
part.
impact
So
I
is there like a registry of all of these swords? Like are people, because like I assume they got scattered, so like they don't know where they all are, who
Yeah.
has them. Like is there
So
some
or
kind of
maybe it's like
record
there's like
of each of
traits,
these?
right? Like whichever swords have a ruby in the hilt randomly, like that puts them in a certain tier according to these people.
Sure. I like that. I do think, Megan, like as a practical like aspect of the setting, when you have very powerful magical objects, there are definitely going to be like scholars or whatever who are interested in studying that. So there probably is some sort of record or registry based on the design
Someone
of.
somewhere has a blog.
Yeah.
Where they're tracking all
There's
of this.
gonna be a blog. There's gonna be a podcast, for sure.
There's
Ooh, and
someone
you
who
said
spent
and
years of their
yeah,
life writing like their thesis about, and here's why if the
we've
ruby is
heard
1 centimeter down, it means it's the most powerful.
we've
Mhm.
heard news of a new sentry blade appearing in this area.
Yeah. Because of the design of the cosmic blade, this gigantic sword from outer space, they are able to like math out that there are exactly 100 century blades, but it is not necessarily true that all of them have been found at the start of our setting. It's like we theoretically know there are 100 century blades out there, and we know some of them. We know some of the most famous ones, but we don't know all century blades and all their powers, and there are probably a good amount of people who are interested in studying that. Which finally brings us to character creation. For character creation, we are going to be defining aspects for your character. These are aspects, of course, not just of the knight holding the sword, but the sword itself. There are 6 aspects in total, though one of them is split between blade and knight, have both fall under that aspect. The first is the lineage of the blade. Because the cosmic blade came 300 years ago, there's a chance that your character is not the first person who has owned this sword. It probably played a role in history somewhere, has some baggage attached to it. And so the lineage of the blade might just be a reputation that your sword carries. It could be special political privileges or responsibilities that your sword has. But lineage is just the history the blade had before you. Then we have the background of the wielder. Very few people are born century knights. The background that you had can influence your perspective and what you do with the blade. Then we've got style of the blade. This is more or less the sword's silhouette and reads like a second edition Dungeons and Dragons equipment manual. It's
Great.
one-handed single-bladed sword, one-handed double-bladed sword, and so on and so forth, telling you the style for the sword. Then we have birth of the wielder. This is our opportunity to come up with random fantasy nonsense species. You'll be given broad categories like underfolk or aquafolk and be making up your species from there. After birth, we have appearance of the blade. This is how a blade is decorated. As we know, that could be critically important on how people rate your sword, for all the blade sommeliers out there. And then we have desires of the knight and the blade. Your character will have a core motivating desire, and so will their sword. Some swords in this setting can be fully embodied talking swords with personalities. Some of them, or most of them, will not. But regardless, they will have a desire at their heart that will probably influence how you use it, because you are responsible for role-playing that. With that, what we're going to do is each of those categories has a D20 list of traits. And you're going to take the rolls that you made on your various dice, and you're going to spend them across the various aspects. And we're going to start with whichever aspect the group as a whole is most interested in. You'll have the most options for that. We'll cross off your choices as you go, whittling down your options until we get to the aspect that you're least interested in, and then you won't really have much of a choice at all. So with that, what are people most interested in defining first? Lineage of the blade, background of the wielder, style of the blade, birth of the wielder, appearance of the blade, and desires of the knight and blade.
I like working backwards forward, so lineage as the oldest option feels like a fun one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's where I was
I'm also
leaning
interested
to.
in lineage.
Yeah.
All
Because I
right.
feel like it
have-
also defines maybe who we are.
Yeah, it very well could lead to a lot of that. I'm going to start out. Just keep in mind of your numbers, and I will note the numbers with the various options. For 1, we have Cursed Blade. This blade has a reputation for slaying every knight who has ever wielded it. Number 2 is the Demon Servant. A demon or devil bestowed this blade to you. It intends to fill the world with petty evils and woeful calamities. Has it found a proper vessel or a stubborn hero? 3 is Rented. You are leasing this blade from a rightful owner. You are allowed to command its blessings at their grace. 4 is Sword of Nameless Knights. This blade was briefly wielded by one or more knights who never really amounted to much. It is known to those who track century blades, but it is dismissed and underestimated. 5 is the Blade of the Rambling Fool. This blade was owned by a great trickster. It was accomplice to many mischievous deeds, both benign and malicious. People might be excited to see it, but also feel guarded around it. 6 is the Chosen One. Whether you are the Chosen One or you now serve them, the destiny that brought the Chosen One into the world must be fulfilled. Then we jump to 8, the Sword of the Bandit King. This blade once belonged to a legendary king of thieves. There are those that would see the holder of this blade jailed, and others who would swear them loyalty. Then we have another gap, and I will cross off these numbers so I don't get confused in the future. We jump all the way to 12, the Rightful King. Holding this blade and commanding its blessings makes you the rightful ruler of the realm. Whether you inspire loyalty or enmity, your claim is inarguable. For all who would oppose you, there are just as many who would pledge fealty. 13 is the Great Worm. This blade is bound to the fate of an ancient dragon, more force of nature than flesh and blood. This blade is a bridge between you, allowing you to share dreams and thoughts. Whether you serve its name or intend to slay the beast, it watches you with interest. 15 is the Saint's Blade. This blade was wielded by holy figures of great importance. It is honored by many religions around the world. There are plenty who will see you as holy simply for being knight to this blade. Others will see you as unworthy and may even attempt to disarm you. 19 is a cosmic horror. From beyond time, space, and thought, this creature slides through existence, bringing with it doubt in all you've ever known and understanding to the greater truths of the universe. It has conspired this blade to your hand. To what end? And 20 is the blade of the sword god or the demon king. This blade either once belonged to the most beloved hero or feared villain of any age. In your hand, you hold the weight of the greatest and most terrible deeds ever accomplished. So, for those options, what are people gravitating towards for the lineage of their blade?
I'm stuck between 2 because a thought that popped into my head is when you were talking about like lineage, like that this blade actually hasn't had anybody wield it because like somebody found it and put it in a museum.
This is actually really important. So there is on all of the aspects a null option. If you feel like none of what was listed really fits your character concept, the null option is one of the most neutral options that you can have.
Like,
and for lineage, it is the unclaimed blade. It makes you the first knight to have ever found this blade on this world. There's no legacy or special importance or prior history attached.
Yeah. So like my thought was that my knight is like somebody that stole it like out of a museum
Sure.
because the blade was like, I'm really bored. Can we go do adventures? And it was like, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
So like, so my initial thought was like rented, be like, yeah, I'm just gonna take it. But then chosen one I think would be fun because it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna take this sword, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, you're the chosen one. I'm like, oh, I didn't want that. I just
I
wanted
didn't
to
want
steal the
that.
sword.
You're definitely the chosen one now. That is fun.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with chosen one because I think that's funny to just be like, oh, like I'm just gonna this is a cool sword. I'm just gonna take this sword, and all of a sudden it's like, psych, you thought you were just getting a sword.
Yeah.
Now you're the chosen.
I knew the true chosen one would be impulsive enough to listen to me. That's great. That's great. Cross off your 6.
I'm leaning towards 4, Sword of the Nameless Knights. I think there's something, I mean, we're going to see how these lineages come out for the background for my own guy, but I also think there's something funny if like he was in Cosmic Knight training school and he wasn't the best, so this was the last blade available.
Sure.
Like they're like, hey, you're like a third rate. You're not going to be much. So you get the blade for dudes who aren't much.
Yeah,
and
we're not sacrificing much by giving you this sword.
Yeah,
It's
like
either
you
that or
have
it
to
stays on the
you
shelf.
have to get a sword, but like this is the sword you get. And so like now he's got this chip on his shoulder, maybe, or maybe he's like a dude who's like, yeah, this is my lot. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm like the quiet Cosmic Knight.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay.
So anyway, I don't know what the backgrounds are going to be yet, but that's where my brain is at thus far, is Nameless Knights, meaning he either has to make a name for this sword as the first knight to wield it for that, or other way around, he is also a Nameless Knight and he just kind of owns it.
There are definitely a few backgrounds that could match up with that. Like, and honestly, your desire too might impact that story. But that is a great concept thus far. Knife, where are you leaning?
I was also drawn towards the Sword of Nameless Knights
Hey,
because
join me, Knife.
I just think there's something like really fun about, you know, the world that's so magical that there's some magic items where it's just like, this isn't really important. I think I was also drawn by all the low number ones mostly. I kind of like the idea of a cursed sword just because going into this, my favorite trope in a lot of like anime is always like the brooding, like dark character with the
Sure.
most tragic backstory.
Yeah, totally.
So I like the idea that they're just like so unlucky they also get stuck with this really ridiculous cursed blade, especially if in reality they have very good intentions and are a nice person, but they have just this blade that is like black smoke coming out of it. And
It's like always raining on them.
Yep.
yes,
That's great. So are you going with Nameless Knights or Cursed Blade?
I think I will go with Cursed Blade.
Cursed Blade. Okay. I will adjust that to bring 4 back onto the table, but you do manage to KO ones, so that's great. All right, Cursed Blade is picked. Fill that in on your character sheets, and I will scroll over. At our other aspect choices are background of the wielder, style of the blade, birth of the wielder, appearance of the blade, and desires of the knight and blade. What is your next choice?
I'm kind of drawn to background of the night.
Same.
Yeah.
Let's get the
all right.
let's build
Let's
the
get the
foundation of this
story
house.
locked
The
in.
foundation, and then we could narrow
And
it
then-
down to like
Love it.
desire
Yeah.
appearance.
Yeah.
It is very
love
funny to build everything appearance-wise and then find out that your background doesn't align.
But
I
the
mean,
aesthetic.
It's just how you justify it. The null option for background is hapless farmhand. You have
Sick.
no extraordinary ties, privileges, or responsibilities. So if none of these fit, that is always there for you. 2 is orphan. Life has dealt you a hard hand to play. Your rightful
Dickensian
guardians were
orphan.
taken from you. And you've likely seen the hardest edges of this world. However, you can still be a hero and guardian to others. 3 is merchant. You ran or were an essential part of a business of some kind. You could have traveled the world peddling wares or maintained an office in a city until a century blade called you to a new life. 4 is artist. You are a creative soul who practiced some kind of art, painting, music, dance, or writing. You may still have a passion for your art, but your blade gives you new purpose. 5 is squire. You served a knight or other esteemed warrior with your goal of one day becoming a warrior yourself. You might have inherited the century blade of the knight who you once served, or finding this blade ended up being a shortcut to starting your own story. Either way, you trained for the title that you now hold. 6 is tired soldier. War has dominated your entire life. You've lost too many friends and seen too much suffering. It is a bitter irony that at the end of that troubled road lay yet another blade. Then 8 is outcast. You've lived your life on the fringes of society, thrown out because they never understood you. Now is your chance to show them that they were wrong and perhaps carve a better world. Then we jump up to 12, Isekai. You once lived in another world with very different technology, traditions, and concerns. You find yourself in a new world with so many unfamiliar things to learn and so many new ways to apply your knowledge. 13 is retired adventurer. You've lived a life adventuring and made a big score and bought yourself a tavern. You were out. You were supposed to be happy. And then you encountered a century blade. What will you do now?
One last job.
Yeah, you took a sword to your retirement.
15 is guilty soul. You are guilty of crimes so severe that you or some design force consider them abominable. Whether it is by your voluntary will or the supernatural force's coercion, you are on a path to reform and make up for your past misdeeds by doing good. Then 19 is reincarnated hero. Eons ago, you fought and died defeating a great evil. Your name is remembered in song and story, but now you have returned in a new body. The memories of your past life are fuzzy but extant. Your work is not done. You've been called back for one last adventure. And 20 is God in a mortal body. You are a knight, but you were once so much more. What rendered you to a mortal body might have been a curse, a punishment, or simple curiosity. For now, there are lessons to learn and great deeds to be done. Perhaps one of them will reinstate you to your rightful place in the cosmos.
Oh.
A lot of options.
My guy's not a tired soldier. I know that for sure. And I don't think he was a merchant. And I don't think he's an orphan. So I'm deciding between outcast, God in a mortal body, or just the null option. I think God in a mortal body is really funny with the previous version because then like he gets this sword of nameless knights. He's like, I'm a god. And they're like, nah, dude, you're nothing. And he's like, no, I mean it.
You are the wielder of the whatever
like
blade.
That's pretty
The
fun
whatever
to me.
blade.
I also think it's funny, like it's a little bit more like story aligned if he's an outcast and he just continuously can't get
This poor guy.
He can't. He's just constantly shunted to the outskirts. So I think I'm gonna hold my 20, and he's gonna be an outcast.
Outcast?
Yeah.
Great. Good choice.
I'm torn either because in my mind, this wielder is a thief. which I'm like, oh, being an orphan, like I could be like one of those extras from Oliver, like just a tiny Dickensian orphan,
Please,
Love
or
Nick, can
that.
I have some
well,
more?
a former Dickensian orphan, now an adult orphan.
You're just the
Um,
artful
So I've got
dodger.
an enchanted sword.
I mean,
um,
artful dodger plus enchanted sword's fine.
That's
yeah,
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
and so like that was my, and then the other one going with because the Blade lineage is the chosen one. The other one I was thinking is reincarnated hero, and I just don't know
Ooh.
it.
Sure. Oh, that's a fun
Because I think
story.
that kind of goes together where it's like I can still be an orphan. Nobody can stop me
Yeah.
from being an orphan, but I can just be an orphan who's a reincarnated hero. Like so I think it's reincarnated hero, but
Ooh,
I don't
okay.
know that. The
I love
sword
that.
knows it. The sword
The
knows.
sword talking to you like you've known each other for years.
And I'm like, why are you talking? Like I'm going crazy. But sweet sword. So
That's
let's go.
fun. Oh, I like that
All
a
right,
lot.
so I'm gonna go. Let me spell reincarnated. There,
All right.
nailed it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's 19. Bye bye.
So I have a 2 to spend, and I'm gonna go all in on giving this character just the most tragic
Let's
backstory of all
go,
time.
Orphan.
So I am going to be an orphan,
orphan.
and it's going to be one of those things where it's like, my entire village was burned to the ground, and then my dog was working for the enemy and killed my family, and then my dog couldn't escape the burning house and died of smoke inhalation. So now I don't even have a dog.
I
And
I
that's
I don't know why the image that keeps popping into my head is the comic panel of Batman and Raphael being like, "This is where my parents were killed,
Yeah.
Raphael."
how a
How a
bummer,
bummer,
dude.
dude. Like
No,
that's
that's
all I'm
exactly
picturing with this character is like you just being like, "This is where my family was murdered," and your sword's like, "Cow a bummer, dude."
Absolutely. Oh, that's fantastic.
My sword just doesn't work, and so it just kind of gives like an automatic response. It's like the spirit of this sword is out of office for the
Office?
next 1,000 years.
You
You will
have
receive a
reached
reply soon.
Century Blade. Press 1 if you are on a quest.
If this is a true emergency, please hang up and find your closest constabulary.
All right, we have done lineage and background. Our options are style of the blade, birth of the wielder, appearance of the blade, and desires of the knight and blade.
Let's keep the backgroundy stuff going with desires.
Ooh,
I was
okay.
also
Yeah.
thinking
I
desires.
like desire.
Let's like align the two things we just built.
Yeah. So I'm going to be reading options. These are going to be available to the blade and the knight wielding them.
And so
Okay.
you were taking two of these options
Two.
with two of
You're
our
gonna be
numbers.
choosing 2. Yes.
Got it.
All right.
The null
Cool.
option here, in case none of this fits, is friendship or connection. This is a desire to encounter, befriend, and positively impact as many beings as possible.
He stabs because he wants a friend.
Hey, it works for Monkey D.
He
Luffy.
stabs-
It's going to work for you.
He stabs because he's actually a really good healer.
This
Like,
is
oh,
my
somebody
healing
stabbed-
blade. It
Somebody stabbed
heals
you.
for
Let me
slightly
patch you
more
up.
than stab. Yeah. All right.
Stabs for 3, heals for 4.
The options here for 2, we have vengeance, a wish to help beings satisfy an impulse for revenge or a desire for revenge against a specific person, entity, or organization. 3 is destruction, a desire to destroy something utterly for the sake of destruction itself. 4 is defender, a desire to help the helpless and defend the innocent. 5 is balance, a desire for things to exist in non-exclusive harmony. 6 is wanderlust, a desire to see all places, peoples, and lands. Then jumping up to 12, we have command empires, a desire to conquer, unite, and exert power. 13 is prophecy, a desire to fulfill a specific prophecy. 15 is there can only be one, a desire to eventually defeat all other Century Knights, or a desire to destroy all other Century Blades. 19 is annihilation, a desire to end all life in the cosmos. And 20 is God Killer. This is for the sword. This sword wants to cut down one or many gods, and for the knight is your feud with a god has reached its apex, and you now know that you must end their life. So, what'll it be?
My blade, I'm going to go with prophecy
Sure,
for
that
my
makes
blade.
so much sense.
Seems to fall in line with what we've established thus far. And then I think I think I'm picking the null option for my knight. I think my knight just like wants to make friends and meet people.
Sure.
And this blade is like, you are the chosen one. You are the reincarnation of this great hero. And there's a prophecy that we need to fulfill together. And she's just like, that's a lot. Like, I just wanted to vibe. Like, I just want to make some friends.
Yep, that's good. That is very good. Love a blade just trying to herd you in the right direction.
I feel similarly. So this blade, the Sword of Nameless Knights, is a god killer.
Yes!
And is pissed that the knights thus far have been unable to fulfill its rightful place.
This poor blade.
It's really hopeful that this is the one, but unfortunately, again, he's another nameless knight in a long line of nameless knights.
Oh my god.
I think that cuts out vengeance or destruction from my list on behalf of the knight, which leaves me with balance, wanderlust, or friendship. For the sake of variability at the table, I think therefore this outcast, because he never is in one place for very long, has an inherent wanderlust and is just sort of like bopping around, seeing what there is to see, learning what there is to learn. And the sword's like, no, I need you to go to this very specific mountain.
We have to fight God. What are you doing?
Like, stop. And he's like, well, what if God's over here? And he's like, he's not.
What part of kill a god don't you understand?
Yeah. I think that's the math. And I think it's not one god. I think it's many gods. I think the sword is like, no gods.
No
and
more
this
gods.
guy's like, hey, well, then I'll just go exploring. And if we find a god, I'll figure it out.
Yeah. There's bound to be some
There's
gods
bound to
that
be
we
more
encounter.
than one somewhere.
We travel enough.
The sword's just like, this isn't good enough.
The
We're
sword's
on
like-
a timeline.
He's like taking away like the only place he has free Wi-Fi is like the McDonald's in whatever land it is. And he's just like chilling. And the sword's like, no, dude, this isn't it.
Do you see a god around here? I don't.
It's like Ronald McDonald could be one.
Capitalism is the only god I see.
Cut it down.
Knife, what about you?
So I think for my knight, I would go with defending the defense. I think the thing that my knight is most upset about with the whole tragic backstory isn't the fact that their village was burned to a crisp. Their dog betrayed them because they were working across enemy lines and killed their entire family, and then the dog also died.
Yeah.
But I think it's that this left my knight alone in charge of planning the funeral. And so she goes to like the only like guy in town, and because he upcharges her like 100% for all of the stuff.
Let's go.
And so she's just like,
Unacceptable.
taking advantage of somebody in the throes of their grief is unacceptable. And I will fight to destroy everyone who does that. And so that's like the main thing. Because she's like, the forces of war, I can't really do much to stop, but I can I can like fight people who are kicking people while they're down.
I
Like
could
a
do something
street-
about usury. Yeah.
Street
Yes.
level Cosmic Knight is great.
Street level cosmic
Your
Knight.
friendly neighborhood cosmic knight.
Except for the blade, I'm going to give there can only be one.
Yes.
And so the blade is like, no, you should kill the cosmic knights who killed your entire family. It's just like, I cannot change, but alone the systems that caused them to do what they did.
And this farmer had some sheep escape from their pasture yesterday, and I'm gonna go get them back first.
Good. Good. I love this.
I like that we have 3 epic level swords and 3 just guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Just a little guy.
I am loving the shape of this campaign thus far.
Just a little guy.
All right, so we have style of the blade, birth of the wielder, and appearance of the blade.
I think I'm ready for appearance of the wielder.
So appearance of the wielder is actually something that you will just come up with on your own.
Oh, great.
It's on
Oh,
there
awesome.
just
All
so
right,
you
then
can
let's
write
do
in, my guy
appearance of the blade."
has heterochromatic eyes.
Right.
OC, don't
Right.
steal.
Sick.
White hair.
My guy looks
heterochromia.
like if Sonic the Hedgehog was human.
I just look like Sashomaru. Inuyasha.
Well,
I'm
then
good with
let's.
appearance of the blade.
Yeah.
Blade.
Appearance of the blade.
Okay. So appearance of the blade, our options are at 2, we have battle worn. This blade has seen many battles and it is chipped and worn. 3 is practice. This blade looks like it was used to learn swordplay and looks non-lethal. 5 is religious. This blade is covered in religious iconography. Then we jump up to 12, ornamental. This blade is made of gold, covered in jewels, and looks fit for a monarch. Then 19 is spiritual. This blade looks otherworldly, perhaps made of ghostly elements, transparent or insubstantial. And the null option for appearance is utilitarian. That will make your blade the most basic version of whatever style you roll for it.
I am 100% going ornamental
Sick.
because shiny, want to steal it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like,
It's the blade of prophecy. It makes total
yeah,
sense.
like I have this image that whoever initially found it just like has it hanging in their home or like in a museum or something because it's just really pretty looking. It's like that's all a sword should be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that.
Well, I mean, I love it being in a museum because, like, you are
Yeah.
the reincarnated hero. So you went on an epic quest, and obviously your sword was so respected. They didn't just, like,
That's like-
hand it to somebody after you. They're like,
Right.
no, this is a huge part of our cultural history. And then generations later, you're like, yoink.
Yoink.
Now it's
This is mine now.
I think I am going to go with religious for my blade because I'm thinking it wants to kill every other cosmic century knight or get rid of all the swords. And so maybe there's some sort of like cult aspect, maybe the people who got displaced all those years ago by the swords. And so they're like, this is the blade which we will use to reclaim our rightful place in the world and to get rid of all the other cosmic century knights.
Oh, I
and then
like
they
the
like are
idea.
set to destroy the sword when it's the last one.
It's literally like these like infernal looking, but infernal I guess is just Latin. So like not like that, like indecipherable, creepy looking markings that literally just say destroy after use.
Yeah.
And using it is you finish using it once every other cosmic blade and knight is dead.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And I also like the implication there is sort of they took and decorated this blade. Like they found a century blade and they're like, no, we're going to redecorate it to communicate our purpose, which is really cool.
In keeping with my theory that the reason that this sword hasn't been killing gods, it keeps getting given to nameless knights. It looks like a practice sword.
Sure.
It desperately wants to kill gods, but no one takes it seriously because they have these arbitrary rules around swords and what's powerful and what's not. And this one, whatever the style that we come up with, is like bottom of the tiers that the beings of this world have like ranked the swords on. So the theory is that it's a practice sword and we give it to nameless knights. And it's like, no, my job is to kill gods. And they're like, sure, buddy, you can be given to Steve.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be fine, actually.
So that's it's a practice sword.
Love it.
Yep, I disappeared on the stream for some reason. I'm
Oh.
certain I will be back.
Yeah, you are not there. Let me see if I can hear you.
Yeah,
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to hear me fine. The camera stopped working. It's fine. It's all fine. So I'm sorry. What number did you go with?
3 practice.
Three. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. That means we have style of the blade and looks
Birth?
like birth
And Birth
of
of
the
the
Wielder.
Night.
Yeah. I think style is the one I want to
Style,
choice on.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
I care so much more about this blade.
Yeah.
I can massage anything for the wielder. I'm like, I want to know what this blade's deal is.
Sure.
That's what I want the options for.
I've been saving my highest roll literally for style because I'm like, well, what if there's
Nice.
something really cool at 19 for style and then I don't get that?
Meanwhile, I'm like, what if I'm like, maybe not this blade, but in consequent times, I will almost definitely play this. I want one of those swords that like telescopes out, like the swords you buy at like the fake lightsabers.
Yes!
Just like, and it telescopes out.
I love that idea. All right, so we're going
Very portable.
to style. I'm pulling that list up, and I'm giving myself one more opportunity to fix this horrible problem. Okay, so for style, at 2 we have a single-edged one-handed sword. That would be like a falchion, a kopech, a falcata, or a yatagan. Then 3 would be double-edged, two-handed sword. That would be like a long sword, a bastard sword, or a broadsword. Then for 5, we have curved, single-edged, one-handed sword. That would be like a wakizashi, a saber, a scimitar, a tulwar, cutlass, dusuk, or a dao messer. Then jumping all the way up to 19, we've got a talking sword. This blade is a blade with consciousness, and it is aware with some ability to communicate to the world.
Yes, I would like the talking sword.
Yeah. Hell bummer, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Literally. And it does, I like that idea that it does want to kill everything, and it has been used by this cult with the goal of eliminating the cosmic swords and cosmic knights from the entire world. But it's just kind of a very chill surfer dude because it's cursed, so it's kind of not good at its job. Which is a trope that I've used in my D&D character too, where her patron is a devil who's like kind of like
Just
a
a
surfer
burnout.
dude. Yeah, not really good at his job. And it's just like, hey, why don't we like do something chill? Like find a cosmic knight and kill him brutally. That would be so much fun. So you need to like chill out about injustice and stuff. The
I
real
love-
injustice.
Unambitious and untalented forces of darkness and evil. That's always good.
They're just not applying themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been around for a while and it hasn't really been successful, so it does kind of want these things, but it's kind of, it's just kind of given up.
Just
It's just
vibing.
like, it's not really gonna happen for me. I'd love for it to happen for me, but I'm here. I'm a sword. It's nice to have somebody to talk to. I'm gonna try to get them what to do what I want very mildly, and then immediately give up when it's clear that they are just not going to do that.
Perfect.
Oh, that's great. All right.
Remind me the null option.
The null option for this one is basic, the most utilitarian of blades. It's got a handle and an edge and a point. It looks more like a tool than a weapon.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going with the basic utilitarian option for the thing that looks like a practice sword that actually is made to kill gods.
Yeah.
That is for sure the option.
Amazing.
Out of curiosity, what material is it made out of?
I think it looks a little bit like I think it's more of like a short sword than like a long sword. And so I almost think it looks like an oversized dagger, like gold hilt but no flourish, just like crossbar hilt in a gold setting, and then just a long straight pointy sword without any embellishment at all. I think is the move. I think it feels a little bit like Baby's first sword.
Sure. Oh, I like that a lot.
And I'm going to go with a single-edged curved one-handed sword. You had me at
That's fine.
cutlass. Love a cutlass.
A saber's cool.
Saber, yeah. Like I think it's like looks mildly piratey. Or like because it's very ornate. I think it's got like an Inigo Montoya style that like very like intense filigreed hilt.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Super cool. Which brings us to birth. And we've got very few options here, but there is always the null option, and the null option for this one is unremarkable human.
No.
So
let's go.
You're just kind of a guy if you go with the null option.
Just the little guy.
The remaining options that we have are for 2, evanescent. Your lifespan is considerably shorter than most sapients. You grow, age, and learn quickly, but the price for that speed is a life that feels unjustly fleeting. 5 is beast folk. You are a humanoid that shares traits with one or many animals. Your people have built their own civilization and culture, but look starkly different from humans. You might have fur, scales, claws, fangs, or other bestial traits. And 3, I'm sorry, there's still a 3 out there. 3 is monstrous. Others not of your birth would consider you to be a monster. Not only are you big and scary, but you possess some minor ability that others fear could be used to harm or deceive them.
Yeah, you can definitely sign me up for unimpressive human.
All right.
Just a little guy.
Yeah.
I was going to go with unremarkable human and name him Mark, but I think instead I'm going to go with beast folk using my 5, but instead of it being like lycanthropic or like something epic, I think he's like generally humanoid with a couple of traits that just seem not that useful. And so that's what sort of pushed him down the list of knights, is like he's whatever, like maybe it's just that like he has a permanent eczema that's like snakeskin, or like just something.
He's
something
part
that
he can eat cans.
And I'm going to find a way to make it actually useful. And he's been trying to tell people he's useful, but no one listens.
Sure.
So they give him the practice sword.
And an embarrassing nickname.
Yeah, and then the god is like, see, or the sword is like, see, now we can kill a god. And he's like, I have, but he doesn't talk. So.
Well, the sword can talk. Like the talking sword being an option, like that means the talking sword can talk to the world at large.
Oh.
Your sword can talk to you if you want.
Yeah, so I don't know what his beast folk traits are yet. I'm going to think on that, but he is beast folk. But I think it's something that the regular society that he has been surrounded by has sort of said like, it's a bummer of a trait.
Yeah, that's kind of a you're
of all of the beast traits you could have, like, oh,
it's just like a forked tongue, nothing else.
Yeah.
Webbed feet.
I've got webbed toes. I've got human feet with webbed toes, so I can't wear sandals. Is essentially my power. Good. Yeah. All right, so those are our knights.
Wait, we still got.
Sorry.
Oh wait. Oh
nice.
yeah.
I will also be doing unremarkable, just a regular person who dresses all in black, and the sword is like an impractical, giant, crazy jagged, like so many points, creepy religious writing in blood red on a black blade with a
Sick.
black hilt.
Sick.
Gorgeous. Love it. Love it.
Literal
Perfect.
edgelord.
Yeah.
Yep.
The edgelord who just wants rent control and for people to pay a decent amount for sandwiches. I think is
love
the main thing.
like you're monologuing in that grim raspy voice, but like hardcore DSA talking points. It's just like income hasn't increased with wealth generally over the past several decades.
I just think that health insurance should be a right.
Oh, good. So those are our knights and their blades from a non-mechanical perspective. But of course, Cosmic Century Knights does have mechanics to it. So I'm going to ask each of you to roll a D100 3 times.
3 times?
3 times. So we are going to get your blessings for your sword. Every sword has 3 blessings on it, a minor, a major, and a miraculous, which means the game has 3 separate D100 tables to give you those blessings.
Sick.
Wow, those were not very good rolls.
Wow.
It's a D100 table, so I don't think I need to roll 5, maybe.
I'm all across the spread. I'm excited.
That's great. Megan, can you give me yours in ascending order, please?
22, 55, and 58.
And there are no bad rolls.
Only bad people.
Yeah, only bad people.
Only bad swords.
Knife, can you give me yours in ascending order, please?
29, 37, and 100.
Ho!
Whoa!
Nat Hundy.
Let's
Don't know
go.
if it's good or bad.
Wow, one of the top shooters. All right.
31. I also have a 55. And 99.
Wow. Okay. So I do know the top spots were claimed earlier because we are making characters all within the same universe as the other streams. When a blessing gets claimed, we mark that off on the sheet and no one else gets that blessing. So you will have options of the blessings around there, but we're going to start at 22. The miraculous blessing for 22 is miasma. You can spend 5 effort, and a poison gas releases from your blade, filling a radius equal to your refresh maximum in feet. As long as you hold your blade, you are immune. Every round, this gas deals 1d4 per level to the maximum hit points of any creature within your miasma radius. To heal this damage, victims require your aid or magical intervention with triple your level in control and impact. Spend 3, you can produce 1 dose of antitoxin that can cure any poison. 29 is adamantine skin.
Sick.
You can spend 8, and for the remainder of the scene, all incoming damage is reduced by 10.
So are these just... So... Like for 22, like will I get a minor, major, and a miraculous, and I pick which one I want to use?
You'll pick which one you want. So
okay.
We're going to start. You'll have 3 options, and then 2 options, and then you'll just get what you get for the minor. Then let's see. That was 29. Going to 31 is the Sword of the Gourmand, one of the weirder ones. You can harmlessly eat the remains of any opponent you had a hand in felling. If you do, you gain 1d4 random abilities or attacks, your choice, which can each be used once. Spend 1...
Until I eat a new guy?
Actually, you can just keep eating guys and stockpiling powers.
Sick.
You can spend 1 to use an attack or ability you gained from a consumed opponent, paying its original effort costs. Spend it's 1 plus to use an attack from an opponent, and spend 3 to, for the remainder of the scene, use a static ability you gained from an opponent. So you can just eat a lot of people and get interesting powers from it.
Honestly, that's pretty sick.
37 is Midas Touch. Spend 9 and turn anything your blade touches into gold.
Sick.
Historically, not a problem.
For
No issues with that historically.
No. I mean, this has more control. It doesn't do it all the time, which is important. For large, complex, or living objects, you may have to spend up to an additional +5 to transmute them. Living creatures resist transmutation with their intellect dice or their recovery die for PCs. On a successful transformation, they take 1d20 damage plus an additional d10 for every point of extra effort that you spent in your attempt to transform them. The resulting gold is chemically pure and room temperature.
Oh.
Oh, good. Safe for eating.
Mm-hmm.
Can I eat a guy who's been turned into gold?
This
if I was
is a
part
great question.
of the felling.
It says that you can harmlessly eat the remains. I think that would count as remains.
Sick.
And even if it's a bunch of gold, you're not going to get like metal poisonings or whatever. So
well, it is
take,
chemically
like,
pure.
You could take like a cheese grater and just
uncut
like
gold.
shave it onto like some truffles or something.
Yeah.
And 55 is draining versatility. Every time you level up, roll for an additional blessing on the minor and major blessings table. These blessings are not removed from the potential results for other Century Blades. These blessings activate by spending hit points instead of effort.
Ooh.
58
No.
is Domination Strike. Spend 8 to plunge your blade into a living creature and gain absolute control over their actions using psychic commands.
You're Remying them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to ratatouille the hell out of this person.
Yeah. For strong opponents, you must double their defense in a control roll to initiate this ability. This effect lasts until the scene ends or they are incapacitated. You lose access to any minor or major blessings of this blade while domination is in effect. You may wield another Century Blade that recognizes you as knight during a domination effect.
Cool.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
And
Yeah,
100, unfortunately, 100 has been claimed. 99 has been claimed. And
Oh, no.
98 has been claimed. So we go down to 97 or wrap all the way around to 1. Your 97 option is Flames of Heaven and Hell. Spend 7 until the end of the scene. You gain an aura that shines with holy and profane energy. Alongside your attacks, roll 2d4s of different colors, one representing holy and one representing profane. Whichever result is higher adds to the impact of your attack. Upgrade the winning die. If the dice display matching results, they both add to your impact, dealing a combination of holy and profane, and they both get upgraded. And wrapping around to 1, it is teleportation. You can spend 5 to teleport yourself anywhere that you can see. You may teleport another being you are touching for +1 effort per being.
That's fun.
What are your miraculous blessings gonna be?
I am going to take Domination Strike because
Yeah.
that sounds way too cool not to take.
Sounds super
You've
sick.
got a ratatouille if you're able to ratatouille.
Yeah.
I am the chosen Ratatouille.
Teleportation
Should have
speaks to
been
me
Beast
because
Folk.
of Wanderlust. But
Oh, yeah.
Flames of
Oh.
Heaven and Hell doesn't speak to this guy that I'm making. But I just think I love a chaotic little guy. And I also love the idea that the reason that he's a nameless knight is because all of his abilities are kind of random. So like they never know if he's going to be useful or not,
And that's
which is why they
supposed to
put him
be
in this
killing a god.
category.
Yeah, sure.
Which therefore must be the sword of the gourmand. Like I think it just has to be. Is like his power when they were training him was like, hey, I eat people I kill. And they're like, no. What?
They're like, that's like a war crime.
It's
This
like, what's
is
your
a
beast folk? Are you a vulture?
sponsored program.
Yeah.
We
like,
can't.
You can't just eat people.
And he's so because he's
we
beast
can't
folk, he comes
encourage
from
it.
like a little bit of a different culture, and he's like, yeah, this tracks, and they're like, what?
No.
No.
Oh, you don't understand. My mom ate so many of my brothers and sisters
So
when they
many.
were born.
Yeah. And so
I mean,
think,
just the weak ones, but like that's okay.
and I think like the god killer inside the sword finds this really inspiring when the right ability gets added, but gets bummed out when a crap ability gets
Well,
added.
it's the thing is like I'm going to have you kill more and more powerful things, and eventually
Oh, what happens when you eat a god?
If I eat a god,
when you eat a god, yeah,
now we can go kill more gods. That's the vibe of the god killer sword.
that's awesome.
The sword's like, I'm okay with this. Actually, this is fine.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
training.
weird,
You have
but
to
it's
get
fine.
your stomach strong to consume the cosmic energy of a god.
Yeah.
To eat
It's
its
like
heart.
it's like how competitive eaters like train.
No,
It's
is
exactly
Joey,
like
is
Joey
Joey
Chestnut.
Chestnut my basis?
that intro that Joey Chestnut got for this year's hot dog eating competition does feel remarkably on the level of this man kills and eats gods.
This
That's
man
just-
kills and eats gods.
knife.
then-
Yeah.
I think by that same note, I think I've got to go with the Midas touch. Mostly because, in theory, for the party, it would be awesome for Ned to have some 24 karat gold that he can just like
Just
shave onto.
chomp on.
Yeah. Like how in a restaurant they'll give you like the gold with the caviar
Yeah.
and it doesn't really add anything, but it's like you're rich.
That
Just
would
it's just rich nonsense.
preserve
rich nonsense.
remains for a remarkable amount of time.
Yeah, then I could just put the gold in a backpack and eat it when I need it.
Yeah.
Like a really expensive freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, those are my gold nuggets. Don't touch those.
And I think it would be in theme with my character to be like, here is the gold you so desire, and then turn people into gold.
Also, like we can just sell it. Like we can cut it
Yeah.
into like gold pieces and be like, nah, this is currency.
This is gold. This is real.
We have the ability to create currency.
What you do is you get
trips.
chocolate coins,
Yeah.
and then you turn the chocolate coins into gold.
Yeah.
Step
Yeah,
for
that's
profit.
brilliant. Or
Yes,
like
yes,
you try to turn
exactly.
in a remain and it's like, is this a finger? And you're like, no, it's a coin.
No. Or you just turn a whole body. It'd be like, this is a gold statue.
Is it gold
Yeah.
encrusted or is the whole thing gold? Like, can I melt down remains?
I think it would be the entire thing is gold because I think
Gold soup.
Yeah.
that's what would
So
kill them.
it gets into large or complex. Like this is addressed in another power that is similar called the Spidus touch, which turns an object into spiders.
I hate that.
And like to turn the mast of a ship into spiders is easier than to turn an entire ship into
Sure.
spiders. And so
That
it's
makes
like,
sense.
What am I dealing with here?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
What happens if you use it on a spider?
Robot spider.
Well, we
Cold robots.
we
would
actually,
it just be like a massive tiny little spiders that
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
spider then turns into?
So it turns it into an equal amount of spiders according to mass. So
So it just stays.
So it's a
one
Spider's Man
spider?
situation. It's a Spider's Man situation.
it could be a
Spiders,
Spider's Man
man.
situation or a single spider. I think if it's the spider is small enough, it's kind of forced into that position. Like, well, you have transmuted it, but it's one spider into one spider.
Yeah.
That's
You
all
the
went
it is.
spider
one-to-one.
of Thesis.
Yeah.
Spiders cannot be created or destroyed.
No.
All right. We are going to move down to our major blessings now. At 22, we have Changeling. You can spend 3 to perfectly copy the physical appearance of someone your blade has touched within the last moon cycle.
Oh.
29 is Boomerang blade. Spend 3. Throw your sword and it will travel the distance your throw would normally carry it. Then it will unerringly return to your hand, moving at the same speed you threw it. Even if you've moved since you first threw your blade will always return safely to your hand, but will strike objects and creatures in its path with downgraded impact.
Huh.
55 is the Demon Blood blade. Spend 4 for the duration of this scene. Add 1d8 profane damage to all of your attacks. Then 100 is Duelist. You can spend 3 to compel an opponent that you can see into a personal duel. They will receive a penalty equal to your level against control in any attempt for an action that does not target you specifically. You can also spend 3 to gain a bonus equal to half your level rounded up against any opponents that you are currently dueling.
What is a 99?
99. Well, this Duelist is unclaimed, so that is the option.
Right, but I rolled a 99.
Oh, the 99. Oh, I didn't write down the 99. Oh, that's right, because so many were claimed. Okay, yes. That is Silver Board. Spend 4, and your blade grows to the size of a surfboard and hovers above the ground. You can ride your blade like a flying surfboard for the remainder of the scene. While riding the surf blade, your movement is tripled.
Yeah. That's the answer to the
That's
question.
the answer to the question.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Wanderlust, he's just hunting surf spots.
Sure.
This all-powerful blade. It's like,
Who's
no,
trying
this
to
is
kill
just,
gods.
this is just a portable surfboard.
Yeah.
It's just like a hoverboard, kind of.
Yeah. But the
Marty
surfboard
McFly
works
who?
on land. It's like, yeah, but it's still more interesting to surf on the water because it moves. You can't carve up the land.
That's sick. Yeah, Silverboard is exactly the answer. I wasn't Demon Blade wasn't speaking to me, so that rules.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm absolutely taking Changeling. That's amazing, especially for a thief.
Oh yeah, that would be extremely useful. I'm totally taking Boomerang Blade because
Sick.
that's so stupid.
Oh,
Like
I
in the
love it
best
so
way. Especially if I'm having a
Stupid
giant
affectionate.
sword.
Stupid affectionate is good.
Stupid, affectionate, camp. I love it. Just like the final scene in the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet movie, where he just throws the sword at Claudius and somehow it hits him.
Of course.
Shout
Yeah, well,
out to
things
that
like
film.
Yeah,
Things like that
honestly.
happen when you're Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes
so
you're the bad guy in Tenet, sometimes you're Hamlet.
because we have 2 players at 55.
That's true, and we haven't used it.
Someone is going to re-roll,
Great.
or roll a new. So, whoever likes this one more, 55 for the minor blessing is the Walking Blade. While you are knight for this blade, you don't need to sleep, though you may. The Waking Blade. You don't need to sleep, though you may do so for recreation.
Just for fun.
Just for
Hobbies
fun.
include.
And let's see.
Megan, where do you fall on that in your character?
I could vibe with it. I don't know if your Wanderlust surfer little guy is more keen on not needing to sleep.
I was thinking there's something kind of funny about he's just like a restless wanderer, and because he doesn't need to sleep, he's just always sort of moving and grooving.
All right, yeah, have at.
Sick.
All right. Megan, give us a roll. And Knife, what was your last number?
100.
100. Okay. 100 is claimed on the minor, so you have the choice between the Illustration Blade. By spending 2, the blade and you become a living illustration that can traverse any 2-dimensional space.
Whoa!
Return to the
Chalk
3rd
zone.
dimension at any time. While in a 2-dimensional space, you cannot perceive the 3rd dimension. If your image is smudged, blurred, or otherwise erased, you will be ejected to the 3rd dimension.
Wait, that's
That's some chalk zone shit.
Hiding inside a painting while you're like infiltrating a castle
Yeah.
rips.
And
That's so cool.
1 is the Skeleton Key. You gain +3 to all rolls to open locks, seals, locks or seals of any kind, and you can spend 2 effort to shut any lock that you can see.
That's dope.
That's also. I feel like one of these is objectively more useful than the other one, but I think the one that is less useful is definitely calling to me. Because I think it would be cool to do like a heist and then hide in a painting.
Sure.
Yeah.
That
So-
thing seems crazy useful to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good
That's
point.
like
Yeah.
Mary Poppins shit.
Hey, when you're in the 2-dimension, is the 2-dimension moving? Are you moving around a static world?
Yes, I believe that is like you are Mario style, able to jump from platforms in the 2-dimensional.
This is sick.
That's very
That's really cool. And I rolled a 4.
A 4 is going to be camouflage. Spend 2 clutching your blade. You may seamlessly blend into your surroundings until you move. The camouflage will flake off like paint. This allows you to upgrade your control when actively hiding or sneaking.
That's super useful.
Incredibly useful.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
Now, we
I'm
got
into
2
it.
extremely cool stealth abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one guy who just doesn't sleep because he's surfing.
Because he's
'Cause he's too-
surfing.
He's
land
surfing. He's surfing and eating, guys.
Surfing and eating guys is the title of his memoir.
Oh, good. And those are our characters. Thankfully, we don't have too much lore that we need to sort out for these characters.
How did they come together, maybe?
That is a bigger question.
It's a good, yes.
But we also don't know that these characters are the ones in the group. They were just made together, though I could
That's
see
true.
this party would fit extremely well together. The question that I have for everybody is, what are the names of your characters?
So I had a name pop into my head, and then which means I just roll with it. So my character's name is Birdie. And I think her like actual name is like Kestrel or some kind of cool badass bird name,
Sure.
but just Birdie.
I like that.
No last name, like Cher.
Make sure. It's a
I guess
mononym.
more like Seal, actually, if we're going like
I think that I think I'm going back on something I said earlier a little bit as more things have come to light. I think that he is lycanthropic in some way. I think wolf is the way to go, right? Both in terms of the eating people, but also I think it's incredibly ironic that he has a silver surfboard, and maybe silver doesn't actually work on werewolves, and that's just a myth.
Sure.
Entirely. And he uses that to educate the masses about the demonization of werewolves. But I think his name, I don't think it's a wolf name. I think he has like a super normal name. And so I think his name is Benjamin. But I think his name is I think his name is Benjamin Maneater, and he's like, "Come on, guys, that's too much." I didn't choose, so
Family
he just
name.
goes by Benjamin, and whenever someone introduces him as Mr. Maneater, he's like, "No, this is why people don't like me."
I
That's
just
why.
love picturing his like lectures on being aware of harmful werewolf stereotypes. Like, I do eat people, but it's a separate thing. It's
It has
not because
nothing
I'm a
to
werewolf.
do with
Bringing
the
awareness,
werewolf.
like-
thing.
Be like, it's time to be aware human and
Yeah.
to be aware of the harmful stereotypes.
I love it. He
Actually,
says-
there is something really funny about he's not a werewolf, he's a wereman. He's more wolf than man. And the man is the
Sure.
hybrid in.
Yep.
Would that just be like the bottom half of a wolf then? And like a regular guy's
He's
head?
a 4-legged. Does he have to be humanoid? Can he be a wolf with a dude's head?
He has the sword in his
Oh no,
mouth.
because he has to hold
Just
the
a hair.
sword. Yeah, all
Oh,
right.
because then you'd be like
Uh,
the sword dog Pokemon,
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
carrying
yeah,
around the
yeah.
sword in your mouth.
Yeah, he's were man, but he's definitely more wolf than man. But the man part is the two-leg part. The bipedal part is the inference.
That's great.
I think so. Her like name that she calls herself when she goes from town to town, um, dealing with helping out the little guy is probably something like the Defending Blade. But her literal birth name is, in fact, before anything has happened, Tragic B McBackstory. Uh,
Oh.
the B stands for brooding.
Mm.
That's so good.
I
That's
like that
so
she's got a
good.
little Irish.
I say, oh, from the
From
upland Mick backstories.
The
yeah.
uplands.
I I'm just tragic is actually a great name. I love the idea of it being an extremely popular name for the region
Yes.
too. Because that feels very
I
Irish
was
as
one of
well.
four. I was one of four tragics in my high school graduating
It's
class.
spelled like magic, so it's got the K.
I'm
I
tragic
needed the
M.
initials because there
Tragic
were
M. That's
six other
tragic N.
McBackstories.
No, you're thinking of Tragic J. I'm Tragic M.
Tragique. It's just Trajic.
Oh, good, good. I love these characters. They're so good. Their stories are going to be so beautiful. I can't thank everybody enough. We are going to pivot soon to our antagonist creation. Before we do, I want to thank most of our cast for joining us. You are welcome to stay on, but I do want to make sure that you get to plug your stuff if you decide to jump off. First up, Knife. Where can people find you?
Yeah, well, I do have to leave. This has been awesome. This has been really fun. This game seems amazing. Yeah, you can find me on TikTok and YouTube, even though I don't post that much there, and also Blue Sky, where I do occasionally post about Blocktoon, but also sometimes women's basketball. I don't really have
Sick.
anything. Yes, I love Go Liberty. I owe my fiance $5 because the Mercury beat the Liberty last night. But anyways,
Hey.
uh, I don't have anything specific to plug. I have been working on a project related to the Locktomb series for some time that should be dropping in September, kind of. So if you like that book series, I have videos about it. I'm doing a separate thing. But yeah, that's basically all I have to plug. This has been great. This is a very, very cool system.
Well, thank you so much for playing with us, Knife. And now I turn to my Kickstarter twin, Megan. Megan, could you tell folks a little bit about Homecoming?
I would love to tell folks a little bit about Homecoming. Homecoming is a solo but could be collaborative card-based game about the eldest daughter of a very, very old, very rich family who has been estranged from her family, returning to the family's ancestral home in search of her mother, who is the fifth eldest daughter in the family history to go missing. So she is returning to this house looking for her mother, and exploring this house that may or may not be haunted. Definitely doesn't want you to be there. Uh, and as you explore the house, you are discovering family secrets and finding notes that your mother left for you. All the while, your curiosity and your cowardice are fighting for control, and whichever one wins out determines whether or not you keep going forward or you run away never to return.
Yeah, and the game being presented on these like beautifully written cards with like very evocative prompts.
So pretty.
Uh,
Um,
if you've listened to the Hunter x Hunter AP on the One Shot Network, like you are aware of Megan's like chops for writing prompts like that. That absolutely gets carried through in Homecoming.
yes, I'm so excited to like every little bit that gets shared. I'm just more and more excited. But yeah, it's for if you like games like What Remains of Edith Finch or Gone Home, like the exploratory type thing. Also, some big touch points for me were Betrayal at House on the Hill and Bluebeard's Bride as like a spooky, unsettling room by room exploration. Uh, yeah, check it out. It's a fun time. Um, so
Awesome. Well,
and yeah, and you can find me shouting about things uh, on Blue Sky at Megan Lynn FTW. You can find all my games at meganlynnftw.itch.io. Uh, yeah, and you should back the Cosmic Century Nights Homecoming Kickstarter
yeah, back
and
them
get Chuck for
both. Pick
free.
Chuck up for
Back them
free.
both, get Chuck for free. You won't regret it.
Yeah,
Promise.
we gotta plug our dad Tyler's product. Chuck
Yes,
is a game
it's so
that
cute.
asks the question: what if you returned home one day to find that your romantic partner is very tiny? And the entire game depends on whether or not your partner wants to go out for the day. And if they do, they're gonna cause
You
some
gotta bring
trouble.
them. You
They're
gotta bring them out.
they're
And
gonna
you get a little. There's a little meeple that's got a mask side and a femme presenting side, and you just carry your little meeple around.
very, very cute game. And like the fact that you get it if you get both Homecoming and Cosmic Century Nights,
Yeah,
there couldn't be a better deal.
yeah.
Um,
Tyler does not design games that are not absolutely awesome, so you definitely you want it.
Stream,
Promise.
I'm going to drop the stream really quick because we're going to bring on our other participant and probably retitle the stream. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us.
All right.